Paradise Lost, Draconian Times versus Jim James, Eternally Even. This is a really tough matchup for me. I don't want to let go of either album. We're in the round of 64 albums and the 400 albums tourney. Every album's great at this point. So Paradise Lost, one of my all-time favorite metal bands, period. And this album is especially good. Forever Failure is hands down one of my favorite songs, and they dial back a bit on the goth, but it's still there, but it's just really clean, interesting metal. I've always loved it. It really resonates with me on rainy days. It's just a beautiful, beautiful album. It's going up against Jim James's Eternally Even, which doesn't sound like anything else. I mean, Jim James is a unique human being on a different type of musical journey than most people. And it's not as inventive as his first album, Regions of Light and Sound. I mean, that just came from an alternate universe. But it's still got a bunch of songs that just aren't in my wheelhouse. I don't have a lot of frame of references for it. I mean, there's stuff like Sam Cooke that are obvious references and Roberta Flack, but Jim just has a unique way of framing his life journey. And with the election coming up, a hotly contested election, and I'm not making this a political space. My politics align not really with anybody. I go far left on some things, far right on other things, and I don't believe in political parties. I'm like Mark Cuban. I'd love for them to be outlawed. That's just where I'm at. I don't expect anybody else to be there, but that's where I'm at. But Jim James is a very political gentleman, and he cares a lot about other human beings, and it really drives him and moves him. And it comes through in his music. He really believes in interconnection and connectivity and loving one another. And not that Paradise Lost doesn't believe in love, but they kind of embrace the doomier, gloomier side of life at times. And I'm not feeling Forever Failure at this point. I'm feeling more optimism, more hope. And that's what I want to embrace. I want to embrace an eternally even existence, not an existence filled with chaos. Not that the Paradise Lost album has chaos. So I really don't want to say goodbye to either album. Love them both. I'll keep listening to them. I mean, I'm not saying goodbye to them. They're just not staying in the tourney. So moving on to the round of 32 albums in the 400 albums tourney. My buddy Jim James and Eternally Even. Maybe the first metal album out in the round 64 albums. Cheers.